twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Man, this camera's showing blurry again. Hold on for a minute. Come on now. Come on and show clear now. There we go. Should be all right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony Love again. I'm coming again, ladies and gentlemen. You know, y'all like the day show, you know, the afternoon show where I talk about some things, just casual stuff. And then we come back to the main thing, though. Still rocking my Detroit Tigers hat. Ever since I've been wearing this thing, they've been winning, man. I don't want to break their winning streak, you know what I mean? So other than that, though, yeah, look like I'm showing pretty clear, though. There we go. All right. Trying to use some of this natural light as I can, you know. But, yeah, so I appreciate you guys coming on the channel and stuff. Somebody gave me a thumbs down. Boy, they can't stand my content, man. Well, you can't please them all, though. You can't please them all. You know what we're about to get into today, right? What is a national popular vote compact? Boy, we're going to get it. We're going to get them. We're going to get them. We're going to get them. It ain't nothing you can do. You can't run and hide, you old progressive, liberal, Democrats, demo KKK rats. You can't hide from the truth. You can't hide. Oh, my goodness. Who do we have here? Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's Abigail Spanberger. Oh, my goodness, though, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Isn't this the woman here? Isn't Spanberger, right, trying to block us, Republicans vote, right? Look at this. She's trying to steal the elections. We're going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get into it today. Boy, ain't no escape. Abigail Spanberger, it's not going to happen, you know. Not hamburger, but Spanberger, you know. I don't even eat spam, you know. But we're going to get into this spam and burger. Abigail Spanberger, yeah. We're going to get into you, you know. Yeah, we're gonna get, it's about to go down, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all all doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Boy, look at this here. She's so happy, isn't she? Ban Republican votes. You know this is unconstitutional, right? But we're gonna do a reaction. I'm gonna use my brother Brian Maxwell content, and I follow the brother, and I expect for you guys to follow Brian Maxwell too. He always deliver, information as well. And we're going to be talking about some other things. Boy, look at this here. Abigail Spanberger, man. Boy, if it ain't ham, it's spam, boy. And this is exactly what the stuff I'm talking about here, man. But we own that. We own them. We own them. And they're trying because they know, ladies and gentlemen, that they do not have the vote. They don't have the vote of the people. And look what they got to do. We're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. So let's go ahead without further delay here. Boy, look at this here. I'm going to keep this up for a minute. Yep, so therefore we can go into it, ladies and gentlemen, and stuff. But yeah, I'm not liking this at all. And you guys should be outraged as well. Many MAGA people are outraged. Let's be clear. This is not about one person, one vote, right? This is about people who's making California, New York, as well as the big liberal cities decide who becomes president. And this is what we're going to stop, ladies and gentlemen, because as I said, this is a quest that I'm on to make sure that we give that information sounding off the alarm in regards to what the progressive Democrats are doing. And we're not going to allow this travesty at all. They want to completely silence the voices of the people in Virginia, Ohio, Wisconsin, as well as here in Michigan, where I reside, right? Pennsylvania, and every other swing or red state. We're not going to allow this at all, this travesty. Your vote in Virginia won't matter if California vote 60% of Democrat, right? Right? They'll just hand all those electoral votes to the Democrats every single time. They have been stealing the election for a long time. This is the sneaky stuff that's coming from the left, and we won't tolerate it. We are not going to stand by it at all. We're already sounding the alarm, right? This is not a democracy, ladies and gentlemen. This is an election rigging with extra steps. That's exactly what it is. So let's talk about it. The Electoral College, right, was created for a reason, to stop big population centers, right, from steamrolling the rest of the country. Isn't that right? It forces candidates, right, to care about the whole nation, not just a few massive liberal strongholds. See, the thing about it, the liberal progressives tell on themselves every single time. This is factually what is going on under Abigail Spamberger, right? Boy, not hamburger, but Spamberger, right? But the Democrats don't like that, right? They only like democracy when they win. When they lose the Electoral College, right? But when the popular vote, right? Because that's what they care about. Suddenly the system is broken, right? It needs to be destroyed. They are still upset, ladies and gentlemen, after when Trump beat Hillary Crooked Clinton, right? Hillary was devastated. She said, we got it in the bag. We're talking about people, right? Her, the Democrats, we won the popular vote. We won the popular vote. But Trump won the Electoral College, right? And this is what the Dems been wanting to get rid of for a very long time. This is going to be a banger here, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, this live stream tonight is going to be a banger, man. And we're going to get down into it, what they're doing or trying to do, and we're going to stop them. Because the things that the left are doing is unconstitutional. But they want to sit up here and talk about the no kings, and they want to take the voter rights away from the people, especially on the Democrat side, right? So therefore, the only choice would be clear for them, and they don't even have the popular vote, let alone, right? But they're threatened by Trump. They are threatened like never before, right? So as we said, this is the same party that pushes mail-in ballots, right? The mail-in ballots, ballot harvesting, and every other convenience that just happens to help them cheat. Now they're going, right, after the Electoral College too. They want to guarantee, because you know what the Dems, They've been crooked for a long time. They've been in power for a long time. Look at it. We don't have no term limits, right? The corruption is unreal, ladies and gentlemen. So do you absolutely think that they want to go and play nice and play fair? They got a lot at stake. They already, look at Trump. He's already kicking their ass out, to make a detour, right? He's kicking their ass with Iran, kicking their ass in Venezuela, right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that too a little bit, right? I'm going to get into that. Just hold tight. We're going to get into that, right? Abigail Spanberger and every Democrat, right, who support this should be ashamed, right? They not just should be ashamed, they're anti-American, they hate the Constitution, and they hate the people. The people voted for Trump. And what do? Right? They went on here and set up a coup a couple of times, right? You got pencil neck Adam Shifty Schiff, right? At the leading charge, which is who? Barack Galoot Obama. Big ear Galoot Obama is what I call him, right? These people cannot stand America. It's hatred for them. It's some of them in this room that hate America as well, too. And we're going to call them out for what they really are. They are actively working to what? Block and cancel Republican votes before they can even cast. Now, if this ain't high treason, high corruption, and theft, I don't know what is, right? This is theft in slow motion, what you guys are seeing. If this compact gets to 270, Republicans could win the popular vote by millions votes in some elections and still lose the presidency. That's insane. That's what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm putting light on it right now, right? So it has to be addressed. We have to talk about it, and we will stop it, right? Because they know their time is up. There's a new sheriff in town, and that's Donald J. Trump, and they know it. Whether you agree or disagree, right? The people that disagree and allow this to happen, you are you're not only just betraying American, don't respect the electoral college vote or the Constitution, you, sir, you, ma'am, are committing high treason. And when there's a treason that's happening, it's accountability that happens right along with it. Don't think for a New York minute that you cannot be touched. Look at your party. Your party is in shambles on the left. You have nothing coming whatsoever, right? So all this fallacy, all this lying news, fake news is not real at all. Trump is holding all the cards. It's about to be checkmate on y'all pretty soon. You do realize that on the left. You know what I'm saying? You do realize that. And we're going to go ahead and talk about it, ladies and gentlemen, right? So we call out every politician that's supporting this. And I suggest that you guys in your states call out the ASS immediately, because this needs to be called out. We pressure state legislators, right, to pull their states out of this compact, right? And almost, or most importantly, we show up at the polls in huge numbers to reject every single politician that's pushing the anti-American scheme. And that's exactly what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is an anti-American scheme that was concocted by the progressive left, trying to go after your what? Voter rights as well as the Constitution. Come on now. This is going to be a banger, because we're going to get in some Democrat KKK ass tonight. I tell you, though, that's exactly what it is, though. This is nothing more than a ruse, a scheme that's not going to work, though, because we're already on you. We already on you. So, therefore, let me go ahead and do the reaction. Not really a reaction, it's more like an agreement, but I'm going to pull this up anyway. So we're going to play some of this with Brian Maxwell, man. And we're not going to stand for this at all. No, sir. No, ma'am. It would not happen. Let's go ahead and play it.
All right, now the Democrats have just completely lost their mind, and they're not even trying to hide it anymore. We already saw gradually that they were getting really desperate. And so instead of hiding things like they used to and kind of, subverting things and whatnot, now they're just going full-blown communist, doing it right on Front Street, and they're facing a whole lot of backlash. But do they really care? As a matter of fact, it is a signal that they know their time has come to an end. So what have they started doing? Literally reverting to cheating. Now, in this video, you're going to hear what the deranged, super far leftist governor of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger, has done. Remember, this is the woman who read against Winston Early Sears, a former Marine, a veteran. She's a mother, she's a wife. She believes in family, she believes in faith, and she ran against Abigail Spanberger. And this is the same Spanberger whose attorney general was wishing the death of their opponent, and not just him, of their children, to pass away in his wife's arms. It was the most deranged thing, but Abigail Spanberger refused to say he needed to drop out of the race. She refused to condemn it at all. But what did Virginians do? They let their Trump derangement supersede their logic. They took this lying woman, former CIA, who posed as a moderate, who has now spread her wings as a full-fledged deranged leftist. So wait until you see. So it's not just what she's doing in the state as far as what you're about to hear about her literally banning the votes of Republicans. That's a thing that's null and void now. Wait till you hear what she's done with the gun laws and on what they're redistricting that she's trying to do that nobody really wants there, what that entails. It will blow your mind. Now, why is this important for you to watch it? It's because what they're doing is not just in Virginia. As a matter of fact, the Democrats are assuming a national pact around the country. So if you live in a blue state, you better believe your governor, your lieutenant governor, your cities of your blue, the mayors of your blue cities, they're all in on these meetings. So let me get right into it so I can make you feel the nausea that I felt after seeing this crap. So as you see, Spanberger's unconstitutional push to redefine presidential elections make voters null and void. And real quick, before I get into that article, this young man does an excellent job of breaking it down. Check this out.
We're going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. This guy right here, he's going to break it down and things like that, stuff that I already mentioned, but there it is. We have to be mindful of what's going on, and we will stop this, right? Because this is, again, it's unconstitutional first and foremost. These are traitors, and any of these politicians that stand with this, you already know, though, they're sealing their fate, right? They really are, though. So we got it right here. We got it on record. Let's go in and play it. Let's get it.
Virginia's governor just signed a law that makes your vote for president irrelevant, and almost nobody is talking about it. On April 13th, Governor Spanberger quietly signed HB 965, a bill that joins Virginia to something called the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. Here's what that actually means. If Virginia votes one way for president, but the rest of the country goes the other direction, Virginia's electoral votes go with the country, not with who you voted for. Now, the framing they're selling is every vote matters equally, which sounds great, but here's what they're not telling you. The Electoral College wasn't broken. It was designed specifically to make sure that rural states, small states, and communities outside of major cities still had a voice in who becomes president. Under this compact, presidential campaigns would have zero reason to care about Virginia outside of Richmond and Northern Virginia. I mean, why would they? You just hand your votes to wherever New York and California go. Some legal scholars have argued the framers of the Constitution explicitly rejected the idea of popular elections for president, and that changing the system requires a constitutional amendment, not a state-level workaround. And here's the part that should bother everyone regardless of party. As of March 2026, every single governor who has signed this compact into law has been a Democrat, not one Republican. This wasn't bipartisan reform. This was a party using a legislative shortcut to restructure how presidents get elected without touching the Constitution. We are a republic, not a pure democracy. That distinction matters because pure democracy...
Gotta understand, we are a republic. It's stuff that we always say, a constitutional republic.
Let 51% of the country permanently ignore the other 49%. Virginia just took a step toward erasing its own voice in national elections, and they did it while nobody was watching.
So if you just heard that correctly, and here's why they're doing that. Typically, like Trump in 2024, he won the popular vote and the electoral college, but that hadn't happened in over 20 years. George W. Bush was the last Republican to do it. Typically, Republicans win the electoral college, but not the popular vote. So what these deranged Democrats want to do is, regardless if the electoral college is going for Republican, nope. If the popular vote is for a Democrat, all of Virginia votes will go for the Democrat. And it's not just Virginia. As you saw, all of these governors doing this are Democrats. So they're literally taking control of their population's vote and saying, you know what, we know what to do better. We know you wanted that conservative, but this Democrat here, through Dominion voting machines or whatever type of cheating they do, they edged it out by one. So
let me mention that about those Dominion rigging machines that they use They used those machines back in 2020. And that's what caused, even though Trump won the vote in 2020, but they used the Dominion rigging machines, right? The wireless, Wi-Fi, and all this other stuff. In every state, they have their own system, right? They're still going to continue using those machines, right? They're going to cheat. We already knew it was coming, right? But with this national compact thing they're going to be doing, just like these guys explain, I've been explaining, right? This is a major problem. Can't you guys understand that we are under siege in this country? We got a group, a leftist party that is what I'm calling them out as being what we call treason, betrayal, hater of America, and an insurgency, right? That must be stopped. It has to be stopped, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about it. Go ahead.
We're going to give it to that. Forget the fact that the Republican dominated in the Electoral College. And as he said, this is unconstitutional. So they're trying to do it at a state level workaround. And you got to ask yourself, why are they making this push towards the popular side of it? You know why? Because these blue states are still using those Dominion machines.
Yes.
The federal government cannot force a state to use the voting machines or methods that they want until Congress passes a law. That's why the Save America Act is so critical, because it takes things away from these machines, which have been proven over and over.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, now it's making more sense why the Democrats are against the American Save Act. There we go. Now we understand why they want that. They don't want that passed, ladies and gentlemen. These politicians, the rhinos too, because they already know the end will be near. But as Brian Maxwell said, you know what I'm saying, they have their own voting apparatus in these blue states or whatever. They don't have to adhere to the government per se, because they still have those Dominion machines in there. We're sounding the alarm. We're calling it out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it, Brian.
And over again, can be cheated, can be corrupted, and can be manipulated. And real quick, we'll get back to this nut job spam burger. But if you're enjoying this video, do me a solid, hit that like button, because I'll never ask you for a cash app.
I know that's right. You guys should follow this guy too. Excellent, you know. And I appreciate the likes, and I appreciate people subscribing as well. But let's get it.
Or a donation. But YouTube, in order to push this video out so more people can see it, they like to see likes, they like to see hypes, and they love to see engagement in that algorithm. So if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button. And if you're really enjoying it, after you hit the like button, hit the hype button. And then leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this left-wing attempt at a takeover, not just in Virginia, but in blue states all around the country. I'd love to know what you think. And if you aren't subscribed already, please subscribe.
And those that are coming in right now, let's get it again. I'm going to play that back. I'm going to put that on pause. And as I said earlier, right, there are blue states, right, that want to hijack and take over the voting voices and the rights of the people in these blue states, right? Such as Virginia, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and Pennsylvania, right? And every other swing or red state, right? Vote in Virginia won't matter if the California, once again, votes 60% Democrat. It won't matter, right, if you vote in Virginia. They're just hand all those electoral votes to the Democrats every single time. The Democrats are on life support. They are desperate. They're not hiding it no more. They're telling you what they are doing. I expect for you MAGA, you rock with me, you rock with Trump and everyone else on the right. I expect we want to take this thing. We are going to stop it, but we're going to make this election thing so big, right? It cannot be rigged. And we also got to, maybe Trump may put the attorneys, right, in these 50 states like before, because it's going to be needed, because they're going to try to do every sneaky, crooked thing, though. But I do believe that our fearless leader have a plan already in action, right? And he's going to lay a trap for them, as he's been laying traps before. Remember, Since the news ain't gonna tell the truth, this is why you rock with people like us, Brian Maxwell, the black conservative, and all the rest of them, because the real journalism is not doing the real journalism out there at all. They are part of a system, right, that support corruption, right, support what we call insurgencies, right, taking the voice away from the American people, right, and that's what they're doing, right. So we are not going to stand by it. We're not going to stand for it. And we will win these midterms because you guys are seeing what's happening. We ain't making this ish up. It's the truth. So let's go ahead on and go back into that again. Here we go.
Now let me get back to the news. And the Democrats love that. We now know in 2020, Trump blew Biden out by millions of votes on the popular side. We know it now beyond a shred of doubt. The only reason why there haven't been prosecutions, and wait till you get this, you got a lot of these deranged judges who are refusing. It's like when Trump contested it, they like to say, oh, Trump lost, Trump won. No, the judges were refusing to hear the evidence and was dismissing the cases left and right.
Yes, sir,
to this day, the 2020 election has never got the scrutiny that it deserved on a national level. Luckily, independent watchdog groups and organizations have been doing the work. These local counties have been getting called out by their state Supreme Courts and state legislatures, like in Georgia, like in
Let me mention this as a side note as well. This is why in the Trump administration, they have been incentivizing whistleblowers, even with the 2020 election, right? Whistleblowers, right? To tell the truth as to what is happening. You don't think these people are going to start talking? Absolutely they are. Again, these people really don't hold no true, any type of what we call a true, when it come down to loyalty at all. They don't. They want to get paid. So if they're going to whistleblow, they say, shit, look like the Democrats are losing any damn way. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, how much? You know? So I'm sure the pot is going to be pretty big enough. Maybe it's $10,000. That's a lot of money. You don't think they're going to turn over and roll over on the Democrat Party and say, yeah, just like with Tina Peters, man. They locked up Tina Peters. And you guys should remember Tina Peters because she was the early whistleblower that came out and said how the election was taken and stolen from Trump. And what did they do to Tina Peters? They punished her, man. They put her and locked her up, right? She's still locked up right now, right? This is what the Dems will do. It's no type of what we call any type of loyalty. They don't care about any of these other people at all. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care about any of these people, right? They really don't. So what if they lock up a older woman, right? You know damn well they don't give a damn about you. The Dems are corrupt from the flow up, right? And make me want to throw up. There ain't no good in them at all. But I believe our fearless leader has a trap plan waiting for them. He got several, right? So he ain't worried about it all. Do you realize that Trump is the most powerfulest player on the chessboard right now? In the world, right? Worldwide, globally, Trump is the most powerful asset right now. And none of them can touch him, right? And that's a fact. Let's go in and play the rest of this. Boy, I tell you.
Like not California, because they're a super Democrat delegate. They're not going, look at what happened. They had Swalwell running for freaking governor, and he was a freaking serial sexual assaulter. So Spamberger is literally trying to sell it to the people like, oh, every vote should count. But under this national compact, the votes don't count.
No.
It does away with, and you know which way they're going to send the votes. This is done by Democrats. So who do you think they're going to swing the votes to?
They're going to swing it to the left.
Republicans now have zero voice if the popular vote is won by a Democrat. But here's where Democrats always shoot themselves in the foot. They don't read the rooms very well, especially these modern day super far left Democrats. The Democrats back in the day, they could see where the wind was blowing and pivot. They are so far left and deranged right now. Where are they going to pivot to? They're not going to come off saying men can become women. They're not going to come off thinking that illegal immigrants should be allowed in the country by the boatload.
And let's go and keep it real. When you start to ignore biology and push this bullshit stuff with transgender stuff and allowing illegals in America and things like that, or any country, you just killed your party. They don't care. They're desperate. They're gonna die on the hill. We said this before. These Dems in power, this is an insurgency, as I said before. This ain't got nothing to do. They like I said, we had a history of this before, and now history seems to be repeating themselves, right? And that's what they want to do. They want to split up, have their own separate blue states, just like that movie called Civil War, right? When I watched that movie, there was a lot of things that I picked up, and one day we're gonna go over that movie. I can't play it for copyright type of situations, but what we gonna do, now that I got my membership page set up, I gotta either get my Discord or my other things set up where we can watch that movie. And if you're a member, you can watch it right along. We're gonna critique that movie. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about Civil War and how it's equating to right now in real life. You know what I'm saying? Many of y'all watched the movie, but it's a movie that you got to continuously watch so we can be able to break it down step by step, frame by frame. I'm going to let Brian Maxwell speak.
They can't, because if they do, that small, super deranged base will lose their mind, which is why I love it. And what the media isn't telling you, in the first few special elections that took place, the Democrats won a couple, but they were in deep blue areas. Over the last month or so, the Republican Party has been cleaning Democrats' clocks in the special election.
You see this? It's so true. Look at this. Republicans win, but the Democrats also claim victory with the ballot box surge in Trump's territory. How the hell does that happen, right? Fuller said Trump was the key factor in us winning the seat vacated by Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? In January, right? That's exactly what it is. Go ahead, Brian.
And we need this momentum heading into the midterm. But that's just not all. So we got her disenfranchising Republican voters because they're Democrats. So you know what the
demo, let's say it right though, Brian. Demo KKK rats. Let's call them for what they really are, right? They're not American. And I can't wait until we round up every treasonous bastard, communist, round them up, right? That's what has to happen. Go ahead.
Try to push it for Democrats to get those votes. Don't get it twisted. But here's what she's doing right now to gun laws. Check this out.
Governor Abigail Spanberger signed a series of gun control bills this week, while also toughening a proposed assault firearms ban before sending it back to lawmakers.
It ain't gonna happen though. It'll be a cold day in hell before you pry. Why it go? My cold. You know the saying go. You know the saying go. You know how it go.
Her actions were immediately met with backlash from Republicans. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris joins us. Jeff, aside from the lawmaker criticism,
they're trying to disarm us. And this is the reason why America has not been overtaken, right? Do you think that these other, whatever that the globalists and all these other people got set up, do you absolutely think they're going to come into America the way it is now with all these gun holders and stuff in these red states? Especially, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you're going to have the brigade or whatever and God on your hands to go into some, especially Texas, Arizona, and some of these southern states, though, We ain't going to allow you, Democrats, KKK rats, to disarm us. Look at what they did over there in the UK. Look at what they did over in Australia, right? They just slapping them around over there. UK has fallen. Aussie has fallen. All them other countries over there in Europe has fallen, right? There it is. Canada is on the verge of falling, right? They're trying to take their gun rights. I talked to my friend yesterday. That's Canadian, right? Let's talk about it. I'm upset right now for the fact that these people are doing this, right? Because they're not Americans. These are traitors as well as betrayers and communists, socialist, communist, racist bastards. That's what I call them, right? Let's go in and get it, though. But that's what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. Look at what Abigail Spanberger trying to do, pushing for the gun right to be removed, trying to have the guns. It ain't going to be just with the AR-15. That's just to get overplay for the underplay, right? Look at what they're else going to do. It's no stop. You stop with the, what's that, automatic, semi-automatic, right? We're talking about pistols eventually until all of the guns have been removed. Look at the UK, as I said before. That is a prime example. You guys have to vote. And like I said, this is a march. Now it's a run to the midterms. And you guys, I know the Republican MAGA are going to show up. Whether you are MAGA or not, this is your country because you guys own guns. You may not call yourself MAGA, but this is affecting everyone, right? That's just going to be real. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Spanberger has also gotten the attention of the Justice Department. Break down the latest.
So Spanberger is at the center of some controversy here following her decision to sign and then toughen a series of gun control bills, including proposing amendments to House Bill 217 and Senate Bill 749, which would broaden the definition of assault firearms. Now, the amendments would ban the sale, transfer, manufacture, and importation of assault firearms defined as semi-automatic rifles and pistols that can hold over 15 rounds. A move some Republicans say would ban all semi-automatic rifles or pistols that accept a detachable magazine.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's an underlay for the overplay. That's exactly what it is. Because it's not going to just start with the semi and the AR-15s and all the rest of that stuff. It ain't going to stop right there. It's going to go further, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I'm mad and outraged right now. That's why you can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my eyes. And I'm pissed. Because these people, once again, they hate the Constitution. They hate America. And I call them all out. I'm calling these goddamn politicians out, right? These old low-down, stinking-ass rhinos, as well as these old stinking-ass demo KKK rats. I can't stand them. I can't stand them in politics because they don't serve the American people. They've been serving themselves, right? Look at what's been going on, right? How do you become a millionaire? They can't even justify how they have made all this money, right? Off of $100,000, $170,000 salary. Where they get the money from, right? That's right. And we're going to talk about it, right? Where did they get the money from, right? One day we're going to go really into that. Let's go in and play it.
Of holding those rounds. Now, prior to amending that bill, the DOJ Civil Rights Division sending a letter to Spanberger.
And I want you guys to look at it, right? They add amendment to the HB 217, right? Look at me, HB, right? The House resolution, right? Look at it, 217 and the Senate bill, which is 749, right? You can look this stuff up, and this is exactly what's going on, right? Because we're talking about Spanbergers, right? Pens, gun bills, right? That's exactly what it is.
They would sue if she does sign.
That's exactly what I was going to bring that up. If Spanberger signed that thing, now she held off because her party, if she signed it, that her ass is grass. If you sign that bill, Abigail Spanberger, your ass is grass. You hear me? Your ass is grass anyway because the Americans, the patriots, already see you as a traitorous witch, right? And I'm being nice because you know what rhymes with witch, right? So you already know what it is, though, right? Let's go ahead and play the rest of it.
I did warn Governor Spanberger that if she signed that bill, that we will immediately file suit. And so far, she hasn't signed it. Yesterday was her deadline to sign it. She instead sent it back to the legislature with some minor technical edits that don't cure the problems that I identified in my letter.
Yeah, it's going to go back. They're going to edit it because you know what the Democrats, they always have a sneaky way of trying to push their agenda. But don't forget about Doge. And this is why Doge is just looking at the bill. It will never pass, right? But they're trying to, right? Again, here it is, though, right? I'm showing receipts, and I'm going to continuously show receipts. Let's go ahead and get it.
The NRA also speaking out, releasing this statement here, which reads in part, quote, "Our message to Governor Spanberger remains, we'll see you in court." The moves from Spanberger also come amid growing criticism for what some opponents call a bait and switch. While she campaigned as a moderate her first few months in office.
And you guys got to be careful with this because Abigail Spanberger is not the only one. They're going to come in there as moderates because they already know their party is trash. Anything with the D next to it. So what do? You come up as a moderate, right? Then you do what they call, like the gentleman said, a bait and switch. And that's what they've been doing, right? You even got that old crooked mirror out of Dalton, Illinois, right? Tiffany Haynard, right? You even got her over there in Georgia, right? Running as a Republican, right? Yeah, what the? You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do, ladies and gentlemen. She is a rhino. She never successfully ran a city, right? And balanced the budget. She was ripping them off. Embezzlement, right? Millions of dollars under her watch, right? Democrat politicians can't run a goddamn jack in the box, let alone the country. We don't need they ass in there. They have poor management skills. They hate America first and foremost, and they want to take our gun rights away, right? And this is what it is. They want all the illegals to come in. Remember, when all those illegals came in under who? Joe Biden, what ended up happening, right? We started seeing the decline of the American way of life. It was given to these illegals, right? And they were given set-asides and programs, right? While we as American people suffer. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's incumbent on you to go out to the polls and vote, right? Because we definitely need that. No matter what they saying in this room, right? Because all they saying is a bunch of bullshit. And this really is. Now, for the people that rock with MAGA, you rock with me. This is present party not included. But a lot of them that come in this room thinking that they got some type of way. Oh, you're lying about this and that. The thing about it, these are bots. These are people that come from other countries that come into these rooms. Don't believe the hype, right? Let's go in and play it.
Spark some backlash over her legislative priorities and also executive decisions.
On the heels of all of the stuff that's taking place in the country right now, seniors, it's extremely important.
All right, so let's go ahead and put that right here. Yeah, but like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, we are under, right? We're talking about a threat of attack with the Electoral College as well as their elections. They have stolen their elections back in 2020. They tried to do it with Kamala Harris. Do you absolutely think it was a close tie? Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And we already know. And what they have done then, it's just the reason she didn't get in there because, as Trump said, we're going to make it too big to rig, right? And that's what we're going to do again. We're going to make it too big to rig. But what they're afraid. The Democrats are afraid. They're trying to set up this compact, national compact thing is what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly correct. They're trying to set up the National Popular Vote Compact, right? As I said before, look at all the countries. The cities, or the states, I should say. Look at it saying, let's go ahead and run it down again, making California the state, as well as New York, right? And big liberal cities, like I said before, Virginia, Ohio, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, right? And every single red swing state or red state. Facts. This is what they're trying to do. The electoral rigging with extra steps, right? This is exactly what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. And we ain't going to stop. We ain't going to allow this to happen because we know 270 wins the presidency. Trump had way more than that, right? We know that they had to cut it off because it was so embarrassing. You absolutely think that Kamala Harris had anything of 200 votes, you know what I'm saying, with a low IQ ass type of person, you know what I'm saying, that she is? She can't even talk her way out of a paper bag, let alone. Are you serious, right? Scared to show up at some of the elections, scared to get on Joe Rogan, scared. There got to be special provisions for it and all that. Man, please. Who you fooling, right? That's what I'm saying. And it don't matter who you got because you got to deal with the facts because they're going to run it. They're going to bring up everything that a Democrat so-called incumbent or whatever, right? Especially when we get into 2028. They're going to bring everything up just like in the midterms. Hey, guys, you know it's quite simple, right? It's pretty clear of who's trying to hijack this country, right? And we're not going to allow this to happen. We have the leverage. We have a fearless leader, right? We actually have our guns. We have the NRA. We actually have the Constitution, the Second Amendment, right? We have these things, right? The things that the Democrats hate. They hate the Constitution. They hate freedom of speech, freedom of religion, as well as freedom of the press. They hate this type of stuff, right? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. So, yeah. So let me go ahead and check something out for a minute. See some of these comments and stuff, and then let me go ahead and this time I'm gonna scroll to the top all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. We got Soldier says, what's up, man? What's going on to you? I appreciate you coming into the room and everybody else. Yep. Soldier Jackson says, 6609 says, oh my God, so true, 100%. Absolutely, man, what they're trying to do. I appreciate you guys coming in here and backing up your brother. You know what I'm saying? Soldier says, got to clean up the government. Both sides are corrupt from the flow up. Make me want to throw up, right? I'm saying this is a conservative too. I appreciate you, man. You guys are looking good. Thank you for the likes, though, too. And I want to get down on it. Your brother, you know, I'm your brother, you know. Even if you're from another mother, you're still my brother. You know what I'm saying? But, excuse me. Yeah, so Danny Shaw says both parties are corrupt. Not necessarily true, Danny. The ones you talking about is the rhinos, right? Now, the rhinos are not even MAGA. They hate MAGA. You think that Mitch McConnell and Kevin and all the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, man. Man, those guys on the right is garbage, man. They hate America, too. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Sammy says, the Electoral College, laughing my ass off. Sammy, I just showed you the receipts, and you got to be dumber than a block of bricks if you don't believe this stuff. You think that they're just making this ish up? Come on now. Come on and stop it. See, this is what they do. Thank you for the likes. When they hate the president so much, they say it's corrupt on both sides. It's almost like saying they got an ejection seat to get out of it, out of the whole debate, right? But that's not going to fly. Nope, because we're going to bring the receipts again of what Trump been doing. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Boy, I appreciate it. And then Sammy got down here, Venezuela. Boy, I got some receipts. Boy, I'm just over here smiling, man. I'm about to cook his ass, too. Watch. I'm going to cook his ass, though, too, because it's child's play, man. And I'm going to say, these guys, Sammy, you got to question if he's even an American. I'm calling you out, Sammy. Thank you for the likes. You're not American at all. You probably from some third world. What is you from, Nigeria? You know what I'm saying? Shit, Nigeria, we shit. Nigeria? Oh, please. Maybe it could be India, right? Thank you for the likes. They got enough problems that they got to deal with over there, taking it up the wazoo from the Europeans since ever. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they might listening to no Niger boy. No, we ain't listening to no East Indian. Hell no. We listening to Americans, right? That's what it is, right? Let me see. Arian says, I'm guessing you are one who hates America. Man, I just sold the receipts. This old guy here with his old phony avatar, you ain't Aryan shit. You got to hide behind the avatar, you asshole. You get on out of here. Let me see here. We got Bud Butter says, Danny, did you vote Trump? Obviously he didn't. These are bots anyway. You think I'm going to think that they are? You know, Mud Butter says, most of the country disagrees, host. Yeah, they do. Not most of the country. You know what it is? It's the people on the left. Their numbers are small though, man. Mud Butter, the Dems don't have it. I'm gonna be really honest with you though, Mud Butter. If the Dems really had it, they wouldn't have this whole no kings shit, right? Which is all going to hell. They got to have people like Soros and all the rest of them. They got to have the colorist revolution, right? They got to have BLM, right? They got to have Summer of Love, right? They have to have these agendas to paint Trump as being a tyrant. But when you really look around, it's them that is constantly trying to remove things that are solidified in our Constitution. They send their bots and they send their other type of people to come in this room. But they don't have, they are outmatched. They are no match for me whatsoever. But they try to come in here and do this type of stuff, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a big Trump supporter right now, Danny. I'm always have been. And I still rock with Trump, right? Ride and die MAGA. Nothing wrong with it, right? America first. Ultra Beat Z says Trump doesn't respect anyone. No, your party don't respect shit, right? It's your party that don't respect no one. It's your party that enriched themselves and all became millionaires. It's your party that allowed all these illegals to come in this country, right? It's your party that leapfrogged over Americans and gave set-aside programs to these illegals, right? It's your party that brought in these Somalian people over here that's been ripping American people off. It's your party. It's your party that's been doing all this stuff. And I'm calling your bullshit party out, right? Fuck your party, right? Your party is the problem, right? And that's exactly what it is, right? That's exactly what it is. Let's go ahead and get down to it. Mudbutter says, wait, Trump loves the Electoral College. Of course he does, because Trump is a constitutional president. Obama is not a constitutional president. Biden was not a constitutional president, right? We can go down the list, right? Thank you for the likes, right? Right? That's the thing about it, right? Pick a lane. All I'm saying is I ride with the red, which is on the right. MAGA all the way. Ain't no hiding it. Anybody know about this channel? Who do I ride for? I ride with America, right? And I ride with the president that rides with America. The hardest working president that we have ever had. Obama can't hold a candle to his ass, let alone Biden. They cannot hold a candle to their ass whatsoever. They bullshit ass policies they've been undermining, right? Going against the Constitution, going against American people, weaponizing our enemies, right? That's what Obama and them been doing. It's all coming out now. How you think Iran got where they are today? 47 years? Enriched uranium, where you get it from, right? We already know that Obama had a lot to do with it, right? That's exactly correct. All roads lead to who? Obama, right? Let's go ahead and go down to it. Arian says, why are you voting against your own interests? Arian, man, you are an idiot. Do you know the history of the Democrat Party? Obviously you don't. This guy gotta be from another country, man. Because anybody that knows, they know the history of the Democrat Party, man. Are you kidding? Why do you think I call them demo KKK rats, right? Why would you think I'm just making it up, right? You think I'm making it up? Who was responsible for slavery, right? We got him now. We ain't gonna have to go there. Do we have to go there? But no, this guy ain't worth the time, man. Thank you for the likes. Danny says, LOL, the lane keeps shifting. Not on us, it don't. The lane shifts on the left, and we gonna stay on the left. We ain't gotta defend shit, Danny. It's obvious what's going on here in America. Open up your fucking eyes, right? And see what they've been doing in this country, man. Why do you think I'm so passionate about this, right? Because we've been effed over for a long time. And if you refuse to open your eyes and see the corruption, then the problem is on you. That's what it is. We're sounding the alarm. You see what's happening, how you benefit with illegals coming in this country and getting set-aside programs. Make it make sense, Danny. Make it make sense. Boy, I tell you. Mudbutter says, you can't be that dumb. You are, look at this, man. Who are you guys rooting for, right? Obviously, you rooting for the enemy. I don't need your permission. F your permission, right? This is what it is. This ain't about helping to debate you. We won, right? And we have the leverage, right? The powerful piece on the chessboard is the king. And that is right now, we're talking about it. This is the country. America is number one. And I ain't heard any of them talk about big up in America. Here's your treason communists right here in this room. You can hear it. I mean, I let them play themselves out like jackasses and losers, right? You are no match for me whatsoever. I call you out on all your hypocrisy and your bullshit, right? And one thing about it, we ain't afraid of you, right? We got some safeguards in case if you come, you better come correct. That's all I'm saying. USMC, blah, blah, realize that Donald Trump is a draft dodger. And see, this is the thing about it, though. He's doing excellent well. You know what? Because he went to military school, right? And what's happening, right? He's moving like a boss, like a general, right? You know what I'm saying? You may not understand it, man. And I remember you before, man. You never even proved to you that you was really military, man. You know what I'm saying? You still got some proving to do. You ain't proving shit. You ain't proved nothing. Look at this. Ultra Beats, America is going to shit. No, it's not. Look at this. See, that's what I'm saying right here, man. These people right here are not American at all. And if you are over here illegal, IP addresses can be tracked. I would tread real lightly right now. You know what I'm saying? These people are not American, man. These are bots from other countries. It's obvious. And shit, you gonna be against America and be against the flag? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Danny says, I'm 37 and very educated. You don't sound like it. You got your eyes so far, you got your head so far up your own ass that you can't even see daylight, right? And I'm calling you out, Danny. It's a bunch of bullshit. You really are. You and a lot of these other clowns over here. I'm just been filleting you guys left and right. You know what I'm saying? Filleting you, right? And anyone else, right? That's exactly what it is. We gonna hold the fort. We love this country, right? And we gonna take on all comers, right? Right? To be taken down, right? Because you will not win. The people of America has spoken. You guys are just a small little group, right? That's why I say Trump and America, we number one. We back on the top, baby. Look at all the damn tankers that's coming over here. They're not going to the Strait of Hormuz. They coming over here to America, right? The Gulf of America, right? Up in Texas, the ports there to get oil. Look at all that money now coming into America while they over here talking shit. But I tell you, man, this is bullshit. Who's in control? Trump. Who is not in control? The demo rats, globalists, as well as Iran. They are not in control, right? Thank you for the likes, ladies and gentlemen. We'll shut this thing down, right? We'll shut it down because the stuff that you speaking and spewing is a bunch of bullshit. It is, right? That's exactly what it is. I'm not even going to read these clowns no more, man. These clowns don't get no more airtime. That's it. That's exactly what it is, though. None of you guys, because you ain't got no match. You no match. You outmatched. Thank you for the likes. These clowns are outmatched. They come in this room and I fillet them every time, right? They don't. What have they ever said that they stood on principle and facts about Trump? Nothing. Nothing at all, though. And then they always go with the same old attack. He's uneducated. If I'm so damn uneducated, why is all the people coming in here watching me, following me, right? If I'm so uneducated, why is all these people liking my stuff, right? None of your dislikes outweigh my likes, right? Even on a good day, right? You don't outweigh what I've got going on. Thank you for the likes. You know what I'm saying? I could average 100 likes or more if I really, truly been on here long enough. What do you got? You ain't got no following. You ain't got no subscribers. You have to make up a lying-ass, old, empty page. You could be a bot of anybody. Just hide behind an avatar. I'm showing my face. What about you? Right? Right? That's the thing about it. These guys are clowns, and I love filleting them, right? I love filleting them. And Brian Maxwell, that's my brother, right? I've been following him way before I even had a channel, right? That's exactly what these clowns don't get no airplay no more. He got to show a Daffy Duck with Trump, you coward, you. Ultra Beach is a coward. You know, all the rest of you. Danny, all you guys, Arian, y'all are cowards, man. Because you got to hide behind an avatar, and you're probably not even from America, right? That's the thing about it. Get knocked out 2 times, right? Boy, I tell you, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is, man. If you don't know by now about Democrats and slavery and KKK, it's just, no, man, that's how ignorant they are. They are some dummies in here. Thank you for the likes. Look at all these idiots that come in here from the opposing trying to cap for the left, and they party is going down straight to hell where they belong. Oh, my goodness, man. It's all facts. You got that right. All facts. Talking about exposing these bastards and spam burger, man, hamburger, man, and all the rest of this stuff. This 11 says, facts preach. Damn right. I'ma preach the truth. I show the receipts, right? It's all true, right? Jason said true. You know what I'm saying? To all your dislikes. Your dislikes ain't shit. You think I care? It still help my algorithm, you fool, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at this type of stuff, boy. That's why I say, man, these are nothing but mindless autotop bots. Ignorant. Ain't they said one thing that was educated. They haven't called me out on one thing I said that was a lie, right? Boy, I tell you, this is how far they have stooped and stuff, and they are gone, right? Thank you for the likes once again. They are gone, right? Gone, 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 man. And now that gas is starting to drop down a little bit. And let's go ahead and talk about that, boy. In fact, let me go ahead and pull up this other thing, though, guys. Hold on for one moment. Let me show you guys something else here. All right, put him on pause and on hold, boy. Let's go ahead and talk about this. This is what's going on. No cards left. Who's holding all the cards? Oh, it's Donald J. Trump that's holding all the cards.
Notice with this post. This is world extortion, and leaders of countries, especially the United States, will never be extorted. That's not a threat. That's an exposure. That's a man who is named a hidden game, a game fought in the shadows for decades. And here's what this president sounds like when he knows he has won this round.
Make a deal or not makes no difference to me. And the reason is because we've won. But from my standpoint, I don't care.
And here's what he's demanding.
They haven't left the bargaining table. I predict they come back and they give us everything we want. And I told my people, I want everything. I don't want 90%. I don't want 95%. I told them, I want everything.
They have no cards. That is the verdict of a president who hasn't just changed the outcome. He's changed the board itself. Now, right now on social media, there are people, including some who voted for Trump, who are calling for the 25th Amendment, saying he's lost it, he's reckless, he started a war nobody wanted, and now he's telling us he doesn't care whether we win or lose. Well, here's what they're missing. Iran is not the target. Iran is a node, a piece on the board the British Empire has managed for over a century. And the president's real target is the infrastructure of imperial control itself. The financial choke points, the energy dependencies, the offshore banking apparatus. He's naming it, and he's forcing a hidden war into the daylight where it can finally be fought and won. I'm Susan Kokinda, and I've watched the empire operate in the shadows for over a century. Now it's out in the open, and if you want to understand what that means, then hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons.
There it is right then and there, man. This is what's really going on. This is the stuff, once again, that Trump he's already crushed Iran. Fake ass media news ain't talking about it, but we already know, right? Trump shut the Strait of Hormuz down, not Iranians, right? That's why I say, like Trump said, it makes no difference to him. He's holding all the cards, right? Thank you for the likes. Educated people understand. It's just these dumb bots, paid dark money, and all the rest of them come in these rooms, right? And thinking that they're talking about something, though, you know. You guys already know. On the right and moderates, you guys already know. It's quite obvious, right? It's just it's very, very clear. It's obvious what's really going on here, right? That's why I show receipts as well. I don't have no problem showing receipts. And they want to sit up here and say people are lying, though. That's why, look at them. They all discredited. And these guys, I'm not even reading these clowns no more, man. These are clowns, man. These are clowns. And they got to try to cheat, right? And they got some, man, like I said before, Trump got some things up there on there. Man, they're gonna have a really bad day instead of a bad month and a bad year. Because when we take these elections, I'm gonna do a celebration. We're gonna have a great time in this room, man. And also, they're gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be up here showing how they were when Trump won and beat Kamala, low IQ Harris. Man, I love that. I still pull that up though, man. Watching the insane and out of, man, look at that, boy. I tell you. And look at him, man. You got a guy in here, man, these old fake avatars. But once again, these are crybabies. Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. You know, Ultra Beats and all the rest of them. Don't be all upset. You crying like a little bitch you are. Oh, man. Look at them, Ultra Beats. They got that little crybabies, man. You the brainwashed one. These are crybabies, ladies and gentlemen, because they cannot defeat Trump. Because Trump stands on principle. Trump stands on honor, and he stands by the Constitution, right? And the people in America, right, that have still stand by Trump. I still stand by Trump, right? And that's exactly what it is. What do you stand on? Nothing. Your party is gone. You know, a lot of people have left the Democratic Party, including some of the black folks that even got enough sense. These old stupid people on the left is gone, man. And I love cooking them, man. And that's what I do. I cook the left, man. The left ain't nothing but a bunch of communists, right? Anti-American, hate America, hate guns. You ain't gonna take her guns. That ain't happening either. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a cold day in hell. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You think so. You don't want to play that game because it's going to be some problems. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Facts. Yeah, just like, Facts 100. Jason Beatry. I see you over here, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I see you over here. Where my MAGA people at, man? Black Lives MAGA. There he is, Jason. I'm going to put it up. Give him the Black Power Fist. That's what's up. The Black Power Fist, man. That's what I'm talking about. Black Lives MAGA. Love it. That's exactly what it is. Got those black thumbs up. That's what I want to see, man. You know, we ain't over here listening to these other clowns, man. These guys, and they're not even American, man, let alone. I call them out. They probably some old third world type stuff, hide behind memes and stuff, you know. Democrats, the party of slavery and Jim Crow. Shank, you're absolutely correct. And that's what I was saying. I can go in here. I already did a whole thing on it again, man. But it don't matter to them, though, Shank. It doesn't matter. When you got bots and people getting paid, they'll sell their own country out for $1. Everybody should know that, right? And that's what a lot of these people have, you know. The Demo KKK rats, let's call them out for what they really are, right? They have to pay people, right? Just like Kamala had to pay for people to show up at her damn elections, right? I mean, her rallies, right? They had to pay. Thank you for the likes, right? That's all it was. It was embarrassing for her. I was even embarrassed for her. And then she got a nerve to want to run again. Nobody's putting no money on her. They're not going to go in that travesty again. They even ran off their election campaign manager. What's her name? Lindsay Lou or something like that? Man, they don't have anything to do with it. Democrats hate America, worship Satan. It's that simple. You're absolutely right about that, Mike. Mike, what is it? 691. There you go. It's absolutely that simple. Because these people worship their Satanists. They worship their hatred people. Look how they effed over the black community, right? Thank you for the likes. The black community, and a lot of them are still hypnotized on that plantation. They absolutely think that they're going to get reparations. Look how long that they have been promising the blacks, right? HR 40, if you look up HR 40, what does it say, right? It's a study, right? A study don't mean that you're going to get it. It means it's a study. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. These people have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. That's what it is. But I don't do my, this ain't about convincing them per se. We are a family in this room, and it's obviously more of you guys than it is with these other people, right? That come in here trying to be disruptive, all the lying. They know their ass is up against the wall, right? So they're being paid. They're being paid because they wouldn't even get up here and do this stuff if they weren't. I'm not getting paid, but a lot of them are. A lot of these fake content creators, too, that rah for the left. Yeah, I know them by name, but they getting paid. We already know. And these are the people, right? Boy, I tell you, man. Yep. And you try to spell out, you think I ain't heard the word, the N-word before, though? You know what I'm saying? I tell you, boy, man, I heard a lot of stuff before, though, too. It's true, right? Thank you for the likes. I mean, this is just what it is, though, man. There's only sides in a population, not the government. The people are the government under the Constitution of the United States of America, right? But who have created and set this thing up for, what is it? These politicians think that they are the government. They think that they're gods and kings and queens and all this other stuff, right? They are the ones, ladies and gentlemen, that have set this system up for them to sit in the seat. They've been in there for eons. What is it? Chuck Schumer been in there 40 some odd years. What about what's that other guy? Mitch McConnell. Was it like 50 some odd years? You got people that been in here in that seat for a long time. You don't think that they corrupt? Thank you for the likes. There's many of them that are corrupt. I went over this. how long they've been in here, how much money that they've been generating. They all millionaires. That's why they don't talk about millionaires no more. They want to revert it, change the conversation for attack on billionaires, right? And then when these billionaires become trillionaires, and when they become billionaires, then they're going to say trillionaires are the problem, right? It's the same old stuff, man. Musical chairs, monkey see, monkey do ass type stuff, man. This is crazy, man. That's why I say they no match for me. They come in here trying, but they can't, right? Right? That's exactly what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. But here it is, though, man. Right now, the MAGA is stronger than ever. They've been having people trying to break up MAGA. They had Tucker Carlson try to break up Tokyo Rose, Megyn Kelly, right? And that old, what's her name, Candace Owens. I'm going to have to come up with a name for her, right? Because she was never conservative anyway, right? And then you got old Alex Jones, right? Which I never liked, right? I never liked that dude, right? All full of shit. And that's why they, look at them. We see them for what they really are, man. We see them for what they really are. So therefore, the people that's going to get for me being able to read, it's going to be people that ride with MAGA. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't give a damn. We ain't trying to hear the left no more. The left is nothing but a bunch of Church of Satan. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm going to go ahead and make that right for you, Matt. The Church of Satan is the demo KKK rats. You got it wrong, right? That's exactly what it is, right? I'm going to just flip and change the stuff, right? The brainwashing are the people that are on the left. Look at them. They still can't, but Trump been kicking their ass into inauguration, right? Since January 2025. They've been kicking their behind, man. And they ain't got nothing, boy, they ain't got nothing for them. They ain't got nothing for any of us, man. You know what I'm saying? They really don't. You know, that's why I say I appreciate you guys for coming in the room, though, because like I said, what we've been over here talking about, you already see it. What the Democrats are trying to do, they're trying to set up a national popular vote compact, and it's not going to work. We call them out for what it really is, man. We calling them out. And like I said before, let's go ahead and play a little bit more of this here, because, you know, I love cooking these people that come in here, though. They ain't got nothing for me, you know, which is sad.
They kick out and boot out members. They feed their own to the lions. They did it to Swalwell. They knew he was a creep the whole time. But the fact that he got into the governor race and they wanted the super deranged Katie Porter to win because they knew she doesn't have a soul or a moral compass at all. So, scaredy cat Katie Holmes out of Arizona, man. Yeah, I'm familiar with her. I used to live in Arizona. Oh, fraidy cat. You know, she was afraid to debate, what's her name, Carrie Lake. She was afraid to go up against her, man. I like Carrie Lake, too. She didn't have no smoke for Carrie Lake. I'm talking about Katie. I could call her, boy, I tell you, man. Boy, what a little cowardly lion she is, you know? Willing to help continue to run California in the ground. So they knew that Swalwell is a freaking walking joke. But he does.
Yeah, Swalwell. Eric Swalwell, this is another creep, gooner, right? With that underage girl. See, this is what I'm saying, though. Look at the party of the left, man. Him and another man up in the room with an underage girl, man. A freak and a creep. That's exactly what they protect, right? Because if the Dems would have had any integrity, they would have kicked Eric Swalwell ass right on out of there, right? He didn't belong in there anyway, though. But they got more creeps than that. And we're going to discover more of them, though. The creeps that been on that Epstein Island and all that, it's all coming out. These are the creeps. The politicians, a lot of them, especially on the left, are creeps and weirdos, right? Look at them.
And he was so anti-Trump. So he was cool when he was anti-Trump. The moment he got a little bit too big for his britches, fed him to the lions. Look at Biden. Oh, they love Biden until that fumble at that debate. And they sacrificed that man as if they didn't know who he was.
That's what the Dems do. They sacrifice their own. They knew the story was going to come out about Eric Swalwell. That's why they do what they do. Now it's the story. They're not even trying to stop it. They're not trying to cape for it. They're not saying it's not true. They're putting the information out there about him, right? Because like it is, Democrats sacrifice their own too. That's just how they are.
Look at Kamala Harris. A year before she took the helm running for president, all Democrat leadership was calling her the worst decision Joe Biden ever made. They were throwing her to the wolves. But
yeah, they did. She was coward anyway because she didn't even want to go on Joe Rogan, right? And that really, in my opinion, that and some other mistakes because she was afraid. That whole debate thing with that listening earpiece and all the rest of this crap going on. Kamala, low IQ Kamala Harris, man, and then she's trying to run again for president. That's a bunch of junk. You don't want that. You ain't about that life, Kamala Harris. Go ahead and get on out of there, man. You ain't anybody want to try to see you no more. The Dems don't want to see her because she was an embarrassment, right? She couldn't even formulate 2 damn sentences and things like that, right? Look at this.
The money that Biden
and all
had
the
raised
rest of this stuff
during the whole campaign, no other candidate could have gotten that $200 million. Kamala Harris was the only one because she was on the ticket. So by default, she walked into it. Think about what Tim Walz did in Minnesota.
Look at this. Showing the receipts here today.
Just keep coming.
Look at this.
Go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Get in.
Oh, God, that hurt. You good?
Are you okay?
Right on the fucking crotch.
Are you okay? You got hit?
I'm good. They're fucked for that, dude. What?
During 2020, during the lockdown.
Y'all remember during the lockdown? That was Tim Walz. He sent the police officers in. This is what fascism looked like, right? That's why they no match for me in this room on the so-called left, because we show the receipts, right? I was going to get to it anyway. This happened in 2020, right? I have heard people that I've talked to from Minneapolis, right? And how they had those paint guns and stuff like that, right? That's what Gestapo does, right? And that's what they are. This is a wicked-ass Satanist party coming from the left, and I call them out, right? You guys on the left that claim you are, and a lot of you ain't even from America. I call you out on that too. You got to hide behind memes, right? You don't have no viewers. You don't have no subscribers. You are a coward like you always have been, right? Coward, right? That's what you are. Idiot and a coward. No type of information, no type of real information to be able to debate what is going on here. It's hard to debate when you see it in live and direct. Look at this. And thank you for the likes. I
Literally
appreciate
had militia walking around the streets of Minneapolis shooting at people who refuse to go back in their house.
That's a fashion. That's what a fashionist does. That's what a king does, right? Oh, Mr. Tim King, balls to the walls, Waltz King. That's what a king does, right? Look at it.
So that's why this weapons thing, you might be somebody that says, I really don't like guns either. That's cool, but guns don't kill people. Stupid people with guns kill people. I've never seen a weapon sitting by itself harm anybody.
Boy,
and let's think about all the people who have been hurt by assault weapons over the last year or 2 years. Who's doing it? It's deranged leftists, typically these transgenders that have been out here losing their mind, or people in urban areas who don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of that are trying to survive of sheer desperation from Democrat policies.
That's exactly correct. Now, say no more. This is exactly what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. We got failed Democrat policies throughout the United States, in these blue cities especially, right? That's what it is. You can go to Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago, you can Maryland, Boston, you can go to these particular areas where the blacks are, right? And look how they living, right? Their whole so-called districts and how their politicians have failed them, right? They have failed us in these communities, right? And you gonna think I'm gonna sit up here and listen to a lying-ass liberal tell me how wonderful and how great their party is? Oh, I'm lying, and how they so much great and all this rest of this stuff. They ain't never been great. That's why they gotta go out here and try to convince you, right, that the Democrats are really real, or they so good for black folks as well as America. And we already know, trying to take our guns, right, trying to steal the elections, right, allow illegal immigrants in this country, right. They got them come in this room, they don't have no smoke for what I'm talking about. They just changed the what? What is it? They just change, right? Like they always do. It's always moving the bar is what they do, right? They always move the bar. It's their failed policies. And when they don't come through on their policies, guess what? They blame it. In this case, they blame everything on Trump. That is their safeguard. They safeguard. They've told what a lot of them coming here that are paid by dark money. You do realize that. And they've been given the script to say some of the things. It's like the idiots they are. You know what I'm saying? Look at those idiots that come in this room. Arian is an idiot because he's on script. He can't think for himself, right? That's what they teach these clowns to do, right? Ultra whoever, you know what I'm saying? You ain't ultra nothing. You are a clown, right? You are given a script, and I want to call you out. You probably aren't even American, man. You know what I'm saying? You think you being disruptive. I don't even need no moderates to be able to deal with you at all. You ain't running nobody out of here. I can boot you if I want, but I keep you around, though, and make you look stupid like you really are. The
High
fools
crime
that
rate,
they really
letting
are.
people go after they come.
I'm over here taking on 7 and 10 of them. Go on and call your other buddies and bring them in here, too, so they can get filleted. Right? I fillet Democrats. I fillet Democrats.
Stuff for it to be considered a crime. What is that going to do for the local store owner? How long are they going to survive? It's almost like they want to break everything down. They want their cities desolate.
That's right.
I don't understand the up game or the upside of that.
That's right.
I'm sure you probably don't either, but it's what they go after.
Because they're trying to bankrupt America. And they were trying to turn America into a third world. Have Kamala would have got in here, we wouldn't even be in this space right now. The whole economy would be jacked up. You think somebody like Kamala Harris can run the America? She ain't running nothing anyway, just a figurehead. But the people that's behind it, right? Like your Obamas and all the rest of them, they would really be running the country, right? Because they were going to send in more illegals, right? We would have a ban of illegals in the country from all countries, all walks of life, taking advantage of birthright citizenship, giving set-aside programs, right? Why it will force and box the American people out. And that was the plan, man. That's exactly what it is. So you notice that they don't have no smoke for what I got going on, right? I'm filleting these people, like Chick-fil-A, right? Like Filet-O-Fish. I'm just filleting them when they come up in here, right? They don't have nothing for me, man. They don't. Look at this.
Now, in this last piece, this here is the redistricting they're trying to do. Wait until you hear what Spamberger and the Democrats in Virginia are doing to Republicans. This This cannot be allowed. This won't be allowed. This will be destroyed in every court system.
It really will, because they don't even have the leverage coming from the Dems, man. Talk about it, Brian.
Before they even get to the Supreme Court, a radical judge has to look at this and say, y'all have gone way too far. But check this out.
Less than 2 weeks away from a special election here in Virginia, and both parties are doing what they can to get you to the polls. This special election could change the congressional districts in the Commonwealth. Now, this here is the current layout of those districts right now. Republicans hold 5 seats while Democrats hold 6 seats. However, this here is what Virginia Democrats have proposed. If passed, it would make it so that they hold 10 seats in Congress and Republicans would only hold 1.
See how desperate they are, ladies and gentlemen. They have to do this redistricting so therefore they can keep their party and survive this thing. This is unconstitutional 100%, right? But they ain't foolish enough to do this because they're desperate. We know, we see the bullshit that's coming, right? And this is the BS. This is what we see. Look at it, right? We see it as clear as day, you know? And I appreciate the likes, and I appreciate you guys subscribing and stuff too. I'm your brother, Tony Love, again. You know how I love bringing it, because this is important. I said I was going to talk about this, right? We were going to talk about what the National Popular Vote Compact, what it is, what they're trying to do, and what it looked like, right? So therefore, to my detractors that come in this room, you notice that they don't have no type of rebuttal. Oh, that's just lying. Knuckle draggers. Oh, he's just lying. He just bunch of bullshit, you know? They don't have anything. This is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this ain't about convincing them, right? Because a lot of them are just bots and paid for, right? Paid.
Republicans gathered in Lynchburg today, urging voters to cast their ballots in the upcoming redistricting referendum. They were joined by former Governor Glenn Youngkin. As ABC 13's Jada Simone reports, Republicans argue the current map is fair. They say the proposed changes would shift the playing field, leaving many Virginians underrepresented in Congress.
Underrepresented. They did this before, right? And like I said, I know Trump has a plan, just like he had to get, let's say, the globalists together first, because he's coming back to America, right? Coming back to America, and I can't wait to talk about it, right? Because like I said, this ain't going to go on forever. He smoked out our enemies of America that sit in that are politicians, that sit in government. And a lot of us know them by name now. There's no hiding whatsoever. We know them on the left and we know them on the right. Rhinos and Dems, the Uniparty, the ones that have always have hijacked elections, stole elections from American people. They lie, they cheat, and a lot of other things that go on. They want illegals in this country. They were fighting anti-ICE and all this other bull. Look at it. Look, Trump is still winning. We still moving full steam ahead. They're not stopping anything, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing about it. They do not have a strong voice. They do not have strong leadership. They do not have the will of the people. They do not control anything no more. Their system is steady crumbling down. That situation with Iran, it wasn't against the Iranian people. The Iranian people, we know, is celebrating. They over here doing the same thing like we over here in America and things like that, because they know who the tyrants were. Trump took all of them out. Supreme leaders. Every time one step up, you know what I'm saying? So he's crippling the globalists, crippling these old deep state bastards, right, that hated America, right? And now that we know you by name, we have smoked you out, right? And what we're going to do, because like I said, the American Save Act is going to get passed, executive order, whatever has to happen, right? Trump has options, right? And I can't wait till he come back to the shores of America and to handle these treasonous bastards that pretend to be America, pretend to love America. They've been anti-government. Talking about they want a centralized government. Trump is decentralizing the government, bringing the government smaller now. We don't need big government, right? We need small government. Big government and Federal Reserve is the problem right now. Get rid of the Federal Reserve. Get rid of the taxes. Get rid of this big government, right, that has been robbing and taking away from the people for a long time. We don't need nobody going up in our, taking our money, hard-earned, working money that we provide, right? And they just take taxes, and they don't even do anything with the taxes, but enrich themselves. It's a whole scheme. Can you see it? It's a money laundering scheme machine, right? It's what it is. This is what we call the syndicate. That's what they do. It's a globalist syndicate that everybody sees now, right? This ain't just a few people. This is a global thing that they've been doing for years, since 1913, right? We call that the Central Bank Western Federal Reserve Bank, right? And this is the culprit. This is where they get their money from. This is how they finance. This is what they've been doing, right? This is what's been going on. People are seeing it. It ain't just me sounding the alarm. There's many of us out here sounding the alarm, right? And then who is it that don't want the alarm to be sound, right? It is the low-down deep state, low-down Democrats, KKK rats, right, that hate America for day one. Look how they destroy my community, right? Look at it. You want to talk about, black folks want to talk about why we don't have Black Wall Street no more? Because you got your Dems and you got people that don't want what we call prominent neighborhoods, black neighborhoods, because the Democrats, KKKs, thrive off of misery, right? They love it. This is why with the Bloods and Crips, they never got touched at all. That's part of their foot soldiers, and there's others. That's what they use. That's who their enforcers are. They have to have their enforcers out here doing all this stuff, cartel and all this. These are their enforcers all over the world. What's going on in America is going on in other countries, right? This is exactly what it is. Man, they don't have to smoke for me. I'm just over here filleting the people in the room because they on bullshit. And I know that they're on bullshit. I'm not upset about what they're doing. I'm even allowing them to be in the room. I ain't over here saying, go ahead and get on out. You know what I'm saying? Because when you stand on truth, they stand on a lie. And they got to remember those lies. I don't have to remember a lie when you're telling the truth, right? Trump is the powerfulest piece on the chessboard right now. And they know it, right? They ain't got nothing for them. They have no leadership, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and finish this up.
The message was clear.
Vote no. Vote no. Vote no. 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 Vote no.
With April 21st fast approaching, Republicans are kicking their efforts into high gear.
We're going to kick those efforts up and we're going to say no to this, right? No, no, no means no. And we're not going to allow it to happen. We're not
They're fighting to protect more than just district lines.
When governments fear the power of the people, freedom survives. But when people fear the government and have no recourse against it, this is when freedom dies.
Crowds gathered at Bellarose and Forest, rallying against what they call a dishonest and illegal move.
We have in our Code of Virginia that no redistricting should be done to unfairly or partially favor or disfavor another party. We're going from 6 Democrats to 5 Republicans to 10 Democrats and 1 Republican.
Former Governor
Yeah, we're not going to allow it.
Duncan says voters need to understand what's at stake.
This is all about the truth and transparency and people understanding what a no vote means, which is keeping fair maps.
Republicans say this isn't about representation.
How is what the Democrats are doing is fair? When they want to change the game and the rules in their favor, because this is how desperate they are, right? They know they don't have a snowball chance in hell to do what they, if they were just to not do this and let it ride out, they know they already looked at the internal pollings. It's that bad to be a Democrat. It's bad, right? The people have already been red-pilled. Everybody see what's going on, the stuff that I've been saying all day. We already seen it, though, and I appreciate the positive comments and the ones that's not so positive, but you know, already know where you can go with that, though, and I really don't care. But the positive people that rock with me, come in the room or not, if it's the first time finding me, you know, and I usually post, I'm posting more. I posted earlier today, you know, because we just have the hangout session for the comments. I got my merch store up finally and things like that. So other than that, there's an early bird discount where you can buy some merch now. You know what I'm saying? You can wear that silhouette of myself there wearing the MAGA hat, and you can wear that proud. I'm going to come up with the black ones. I'm going to have to invert it, but it'll be cool though. You know, got freedom down below. Freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's what we stand for. MAGA is about freedom. Democrats is about slavery. They're about oppression. They're about big government. They're about loving on their illegal immigrants and stuff like that. We don't want any of that stuff, right? They even have what we call a grapist, if you know what I mean, Eric Swalwell and all this other type of people. These are the people that they protect. These are the people that they rock with, right? Look, he's the same one with Fang Fang. Ain't he the same dude? Yeah. The one with Fang Fang. Y'all remember Fang Fang, bang, bang, Fang Fang. You know what I'm saying? That Chinese nationalist, right? Telling her all kind of secrets and stuff like that. Man, I tell you, man, boy, it's so bad on the deals, man. I can really cook them. I've been cooking them already with stuff that they've been doing against American people, right? And it's just a fact, though, you know what I'm saying? One thing I always say, and some of you guys may not ever heard me say it, many of my return people know what I'm about to say, and if not, it's that the liberal left, white liberals, they hate black conservatives more than they do white conservatives. Black conservatives, they can't stand us. You know what I'm saying? Because they know we don't bow to racism, right? They can't call me a racist or anything, right? Anything like that. See, with whites, they can back them up a little bit that are conservative. But I can speak the same thing that a conservative white or a nationalist white can say about loving on their country, but it's hard to paint me in that same category. This is why they hate us, right? We are the Achilles heel, right? Because if the black man is coming out here saying the same thing, they don't have a real fight, a real push against, right? They have to say, oh, you voting against your best, or voting against your best interest is what they like to say a lot. My best interest is Trump. My worst interest was the Democrats. When we voted Democrats, we ain't get nothing. Look at our neighborhoods. Look at the ghettos, right? Y'all don't go, the liberals don't go in the ghetto, you drive through it on the freeway. Keep it real, right? You ain't thinking about no black baby getting murdered out here in the street. You don't give a damn about the black gangs as long as you living in your comfortable home out in the suburbs, right? That's all it's about, right? I got to go through the ghetto, right? But I don't give a damn about the ghetto. But let me get your vote, though. That's what they've been doing, ladies and gentlemen. And for you blacks that don't see that, you are the bigger fool than I say you are, right? You know what I'm saying? You could back a person like Sharpton that don't do a damn thing in the black community, right? It's business as usual. He's usually the first one they call out, right? But he don't go in the ghetto. He don't deal with the ghetto at all, right? He don't deal with that type of stuff. And what I'm saying is absolutely factually true, right? We don't rock with no guy like that, just another grifter. And there's many of them. I don't have no black leader, right? I don't call them black leaders. Not me, I lead myself. They don't tell me what to do. They don't tell me who to vote for. I have my own mind, all right? I look at the policies. Who's the best person for the job? Not sitting up here being told by these old yahoos and these old sellouts and these old traitors, right? That's what they do. He should be ashamed of himself. Roland Martin, you should be ashamed of yourself. And many other people should be ashamed of yourself. Look at your community. You so-called supposed to come from it. You don't give a damn about the black community. Look at them, right? Any of your so-called leaders, I call them out, right? Trying to sell that BS. And then knowing damn well that they will never go in there. It's business as usual. You know the reason why? Let's tell it again. Why, Tony? Because if the black community ever reached prominence, what would happen? They would be out of a job. You wouldn't need Al Sharpton or any of them, Farrakhan. You wouldn't need any of them no more, right? But it's amazing to me that a lot of black folk don't see this. You don't need a black clergy. You don't need any of these things, right? These groups were put in position to separate from the American people, right? There's one American, and that is you. Black, white, and other. Ain't no black American, ain't no white American. You just an American, right? And that's what the Dems tried to do, is to separate and play the race card all the time. If they care, since they playing the race card so damn much, why don't you take your ass in the black community where blacks really need you? You don't do ish for them over there. And I call you out on it once again. You hypocrite, you hater, you, right? We don't need you in your grifting and your lies that you have told black folks from generations and generations. We ain't got nothing from it. You took our wealth away, destroyed Black Wall Street and all the rest of them, right? Why can't we have something for ourselves, right? And you have to ask your grifting ass Negroes as to why that is, right? How are we benefiting calling somebody a black leader? If you're a leader, get on the job and start helping black folks instead of being a problem that they won't do it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why I call them the hypocrites they are, right? Right? Fuck the Democrat slave plantation. We don't need you, right? You talk about reparations, cut the check, damn it. If you can't cut the check, keep it moving. Right? That's exactly what it is. You ain't gonna get the black vote no more, right? I'm gonna put demands on that black vote, but you ain't getting the black vote no more. Your days are done. We are not looking for you, and we are not checking for you. You done already showed your hand for years and years and years. Obama didn't do a damn thing in the black community, let alone Biden, right? Clinton, all of them, they did a damn thing in the black community. And I call you out on it, right? I call your bullshit presidents out on it, your black so-called leaders. I call you out on this bullshit, right? Let my voice resonate, right? For what it really is. You notice they don't have no pushback on this, right? Because if you were doing something in the black community, let alone in America, we would be able to see what it is. Who vote for something and don't get nothing back in return, right? Talk back to me, damn it. That's the thing about it. So therefore, I said that this was going to be a banger, right? This is how blacks have to look at it. They don't give a damn about you. It's about, we know what it is? And they want to keep you stuck on the plantation. Look how long it's been. HR 40 for a study of what? Reparations? Right? Huh. Look it up. A study of reparations, right? A study, right? God dang, right? Oh man, who's your people that's been selling you out? The black leadership in the Democratic Party, and I call them out on it. That's exactly what it is, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke don't have, right? I fillet them off of the truth. I came from the black community. Not one of them gave a damn. Business as usual. Black mayors and everything. Black man, black woman in the mayor's seat, it ain't gonna promise ish. And that's a fact, right? Because they all gotta have the black misery. They need the crime to keep constantly going up so they can keep extorting money, right? Look at it what it is. What are they doing? What have they ever did to take all that money they've been collecting? Look at over there in California. We're talking billions of dollars, triple-digit billions of dollars that has been taken and never went into the city, let alone the state. And this is how it is in a lot of these other damn cities. Look at what's going on. Detroit could have been so much better, but they didn't want Detroit to be better. They didn't want Cleveland or Chicago, certain parts of it. They wanted to keep a certain amount of high crime. Look who had to bring down the crime now. It was Trump, right? We ain't had this low crime in over 125 years. Facts. They were cooking the books on the left so they could keep getting that money, right? Why? We suffer in the inner cities, under siege with gang violence, no street lights, dirty neighborhoods, crime-infested neighborhoods, drug-infested neighborhoods, and so forth. Now we got illegals that's over here that have been in it, that's been pushed in the black community, right? Look at what's going on. They take the set-aside programs. They getting the jobs where they look over your black ass, and that's exactly what it is. Wake up and smell the coffee and see what it really is, man. I'm about to shut it down on my closing. Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for being a part of Some Random Guy Speak. I got to get back out here on the road. But like I said, this was going to be a banger, and I'm addressing, and I am MAGA for life, right? Because I'm going to say this on my close. When Trump get America together, where these inner city black neighborhoods are going to mirror the suburbs, and I'm saying it right now, it's going to call the bullshit out, and they trying to stop it, right? Because they don't want the truth to be said. They said, damn, this guy that we've been calling a racist over here fixing all these neighborhoods, he's been bringing jobs back over here, prosperity black, even in the black community. They driving around now, got money in their pocket and things like that, can take care of their families and stuff. It destroys their narrative, ladies and gentlemen. This is the reason as to why they want to have a coalition to go after people and to shut them down, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it is. Look at what cancel culture did, right? That's the thing about it. But a lot of you people, you know, you rock with me, right? There's a few people that speak the truth, and my platform ain't designed just off of blacks. It's designed off of everybody, right? That's the difference, right? It's going to be pretty hard to shut somebody down when you got the support of the majority of the people in this country, because they see it like I see it. It's just things that they cannot say without them looking like they are racist. Me, I go in for the jugular vein, right? So this is what it is. This is what my position is. This is why I do what I do. This is why I am MAGA for life, because I have seen what President Trump have done, fixing America, healing America, bringing all the jobs all over the world back into America. We just like we're seeing the oil tankers and stuff. Who you think is getting paid off this stuff? It's the Americans. Refineries are opening up. Chevron is looking for hiring people of all groups. You go over there. They get a big old hiring thing, these refineries, right? And it's going to get much better than that. All these data centers that's being created in America, they're going to need people to run it, right? AI, open AI, and the other companies, right? Look at all the stuff. We got semiconductors, right? That's being built here in America. Under the Biden administration, the Dems, we have no semiconductors at all. That's why we ran out of chips. Y'all remember? They don't care about America. Trump cares about America. And I call them out on their bullshit, right? Now, how about that? So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I cooked the Dems far too much, and I don't think I cooked them enough. I'm going to continue cooking them, right? Cook these so-called phony black grifting ass leaders and all the rest of them, because they serve no purpose to us at all. They serve in a pocket, right? No, they don't want to come in this room and have these type of conversations for real. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know their ass will be exposed, right? And that's exactly what it is. Trump has exposed the whole damn crooked, what we call syndicate organization. It's already out there. People know this stuff. You guys are smart that rock with me. I appreciate you guys very much and things like that. But yeah, we have to tell it for what it really is. And for everybody else, black and other that are MAGA, stay strong. Don't let these fake MAGA groups and stuff try to divide you and tell you otherwise, though. You know what I'm saying? Because their ass is being exposed too. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much, though, man. And I appreciate the 100s and stuff, man. I said I was going to cook, and I've been cooking those. You know what I'm saying? I cook these damn Democrats before I go, because they ain't shit. A lot of them ain't shit. They black leaders ain't shit. They're the ones that sold us out in this situation that we use now when we needed them desperately. And then they could send their little bots in and stuff like that. You could thumb down and you can disagree, but you can't debate me, because I would tear you up in a debate. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the smoke for real, for real. Stay in your comfort space. Stay behind a phony avatar, right? You could stay safe. Because if you come in here trying to debate for real, I will cook you. That's a fact. That's a promise. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the smoke. Thank you for the likes. They don't want the smoke at all, right? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I have every reason to be as angry, frustrated for what they're trying to do. Because like I said, you know, white men, you know they're coming after you. You are the only one that they've been trying to break. It's you, right? They done already broke the black man a long time ago in our community, right? With the welfare and this other Trojan horse type stuff that they have done. You are the only one, and I want you guys to stand up. Black men, I want you to stand up. Support what's obvious. It's Trump. Stand up and stop taking, stop being controlled by a skirt. You know what I'm saying? Stand up and be a man like me. Stand up, you know? Tell the truth. Don't sit up in here and pander, right? And kowtow and bow down. Stand up like a man, right? Because that's what women respect. They don't respect no coward, right? They don't respect a get along just to get along. Stand up, right? That's what you have to do. And stop being a coward, right? So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I done cooked them long enough. But I appreciate you guys, though, man, for coming in here, though. That's all they can do, because they are butthurt with the words that I say. And they know I don't hold them up. We call out their bullshit leaders. We call out what they have done to this country. And the goal was to bankrupt America, right? Destroy America from within. And a lot of that, all roads lead to Obama, right? And that's exactly what it is. And let me go ahead and finish it off on the closing, because I got to show something. Hold on for a minute. I ain't showed it in a while. But hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead and pull that photo up, because I find it to be very, very fitting. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I can see him every day now, ladies and gentlemen. The person I can see in the silver bracelets, and it's going to wear them well. And it's a whole group of them. He ain't the only one. You know, let me go ahead and put that back up here. Hold on, give me 1 minute. But yeah, man, this is a very, very fiery, live stream tonight. We've been doing real good. You share this with your friends. Please, subscribe as well and things like that. Get so that way other people can hear it. You know, black, white, and other need to hear this, man. This is the type of stuff, and I'm not the only one, but you need to hear it, right? Thank you. Your friends, your family need to hear it. How America got where it got today. How did this happen? How did the black community become so bad now, right? We got to tell the truth, right? It didn't happen on its own. There was policies that was pushed, right? Thank you for the likes. That got the black community where it is today, right? That's what it is. And all they gonna do to black folks, and then it's the same group that they voted for, right? All this time. But they never saw the enemy within. I seen it. Because I'm being honest, though, I never voted Democrat or Republican because I knew they were full of shit before Trump. That's a fact. I'm being really real. When I saw Trump, man, I saw this hatred. I started looking at his policies. I started looking and seeing more and more. I said, this is what I'm talking about here. We finally got a president for the first time ever, thank you for the likes, that cares enough about America when the Dems and the lying-ass rhino Republicans never had. They never put this type of effort into America other than Trump. And look at it, man. Look at the tankers, man. He got, thank you for the likes. Trump have tankers from other countries all over the world, including China. China, right? Look at this, man. Anyone sit up here talking about this guy is a dictator. Trump changed the game, ladies and gentlemen. Trump changed the game. And he changed it for the better, not for the worse. But that's all you can do is thumb down. But it helps my algorithm. So guess what? You still lose. You lose and you get nothing with your lying behind. You know what I'm saying? You can't defeat my debate topics. Right? Because I'm going to be on your ass like a pit bull. I tell you that. I'm going to bite and I'm going to on that ass. And I ain't never letting go. Here it is. I found the photo right here. This is what I'm going to see. And this is going to come into fruition. And I'm calling it out now because all roads lead to Obama. Look at this. This right here. And I remember when Trump created this AI 2 years ago, and I said I'm going to have a copy of it. Thank you for the likes. Why you think all these people liking this? They ain't liking it because they know it's to be true. This guy has sold us out with his merry crooks that have sold America out so he get every damn thing that he deserve. And I can't wait. That jungle thing, I say this, 2 baboons and 2 monkeys. Now what you going to do about it? Come on, cancel culture, right? What you waiting on, right? That's what it is. What you waiting on, right? Look at this. This fool and buffoon right here, big ear galoot, sold America out, right? Look at this. Thank you for the likes. We should better hit 100 likes, man. I'm going to stick around a little bit longer. This is what it is right here. This is why you rock with your boy, you know? Your dislikes and the ish that you saying in this comment section is being muted because we ain't even following that stuff. I got more people that rock with me and patriots of America. You know why? Because we love America. You don't, right? My views will topple yours anytime, any day. You don't want to debate this. You'll look like a fool, right? Thank you for the likes. Look at this. I'm gonna hold this up. This is our main enemy. One of them. There's many of them. They're all together. This is the enemy of America. I want everybody to look at it. This is the enemy right here that sold America out. So look at it. Enrich Iran. Giving money. We're talking about buku money, right? Millions of dollars on a Boeing jet over there to Iran. And to enrich uranium because of this man and the people that followed him, right? The whistleblowers are coming out. They're talking about this stuff. Russia, Steele dossier. Come on now. All roads lead to who? Obama. Obama is the one, right? This is the dude right here. No matter what the left try to lie about, but we got the evidence, right? And he will actually have to face what we call a military tribunal, right? Gitmo. Get ready. Gitmo. And he ain't by himself. This is what it is, though, right? Get ready. Military tribunal. And we know with treason, we know what comes with treason. That's what comes with treason. I wouldn't want to have that on my title. No. He's as bad as Benedict Arnold, if not worse. Right? We give up trade secrets. You give up secrets to a foreign country, right? Levying, waging war against the American people, right? Defunding our military, giving our military, inferior equipment so they can die out there. What about Afghanistan, right? Let's go and pull this stuff up. What do I have, man, before I get up on out of here, man? Hold on for a minute. I love showing these old clowns and fools what it really is, though, man. They ain't no match for your boy. Thank you. They ain't no match for your boy right here, Tony Love. They ain't no match for me. They just look like clowns and idiots, all butthurt in their feelings, right? This is what it is, you know? Oh, yeah, I got another one here. This is another fitting one. Ain't that about right? The world's most wanted terrorist, Obama bin Laden. Right? There we go right here. Boy, I tell you. Look at this. That's more fitting than ever before. Don't that look good? Look at that. Now, I didn't create the meme, but somebody created it. I want to give them the credit. But there it is right here. Oh, man. Ain't this something? But I love cooking these DMs because it's so easy. You want to rah-rah with this? You want to be for this? You rah-rahing for a traitor? Traitor to America? That's right. Read them and weep. Read them and weep. You old yellow belly sap suckers. Run like the cowards you are with the tail between your legs. Get to running. Look at this. Oh, don't worry about it, DMs. I done cooked y'all long enough. This is your leader. Soon to be, military tribunal. Trump know what he was doing when he created that other meme with him and those silver bracelets. And he always make promise on his word, though. This dude does not. This a lion. Obama been lying. He's been lying since he's been in office. You old crook criminal, you. I don't look at you at all. I'm against you. I hate you, for what you did, right? Look at what you did, right? You side with Iran instead of side with America and the Muslim Brotherhood. He just is a traitor. He's still a Muslim. He's always been a Muslim. Thank you for the likes. And I call out bullshit when I see it, right? This is exactly what we're dealing with here. High treason. And he ain't by himself. He ain't by himself, ladies and gentlemen. We got a whole list of these traitors. I already went over them before. Traitors and sellouts. Yep, you got to know the truth. You got to know the truth. Gonna be the big tsunami wave, right? Let me show you this one. Look at this. If President Trump can be impeached and indicted for a fake Russia collusion story, then Barack Obama should go to what? Prison for creating it. Do you agree with this? A lot of us do. This is exactly what it is. He made up the whole Russia thing, man. Because he didn't like that the American people voted for Donald J. Trump, right? That's what he's mad about. That's what the other people is shifting on them. They are angry that the American people chose Trump, right? They chose him over crooked Hillary Clinton. We didn't want Hillary, right? Because can you imagine if Hillary would have got in there? We wouldn't have America today, man. Shit. It's a fact. Jack, for real. Look at this. I'm over here showing the receipts, right? This is exactly what we've been dealing with. Thank you for the likes. Talking about impeach, talking about the 25th Amendment. They got to go and do instead of doing the 25th Amendment on Biden, which was cognitive, he didn't have the cognizance and the mental capacity to carry on his duty as a president. But they let that slide, and they went in and threw in a Kamala. It was the strangest thing. We ain't never seen that in the history of the United States presidency. Never, right? That's why I say we deal with the facts around here, right? Why did they push the 25th Amendment on Biden? Because they knew if they did, right? They knew. And now with Kamala, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't, be really honest with you. I'm glad they didn't push the 25th Amendment because we would have got Kamala by default. And ain't no telling when she become president, you know? No, hell no, man. Hell no, thank you. It did the country a favor. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you got losers and jackasses, boy. Look at this. Jackass party, jackass as a damn donkey. Look at this type of stuff. Boy, I tell you, man. I'm going to keep that up there because I want you guys to see it, right? Look at it for what it is. Let me show another one and I'm gone. Hold on, I got another one here as well too. Hold on, give me 1 minute. I got another one here too. I show this, here it is. Y'all remember this one? Y'all remember this? Look at the mandates. Obama, with Obamacare, said get insurance and pay a fine. It was $400 in Michigan. Mandates, right? Here it is. Get a vaccine or lose your job, right? This is what Joe Biden said. This is what Obama said. These are what they push mandates, right? Right? This is what a dictator does, right? Trump, dictator, question mark. What mandates did Trump push? Right? Because we already know with Biden and Obama, they had to push mandates, went against the will of the American people when we still have a constitution, right? It said, let no one infringe on our rights. And that's what they did coming from the left. I'll show receipts. Your Honor, I'm showing receipts and more receipts. I'm cooking them, Your Honor. I'm cooking those demo KKK rats, right? Talk about this no king. That should be applied to your damn leaders because they were the kings. Kings push mandates, you idiots, right? Why haven't Trump pushed a mandate? Show me a mandate that Trump pushed, and I'll show you the Constitution. You jackasses, you. Your jackass party, and you the jackass. Even coming in here thinking that you got a way to be able to debate. I will cook you, right? Come on now. Look at this stuff. They come in here, and I think I'll close on that because I love keeping these memes. And whoever created these memes, I want to give you a lot of credit, you know? Also, Ashley LaRue for singing that beautiful American anthem. And that's why she sang it so beautifully well. And that was at a pickleball tournament, man. But I play it all the time because I'm one of the few, thank you, I'm one of the few that's put out the Star Spangled Banner. The people on the left, they hate the Star Spangled Banner. They hate the Constitution. And they also hate when it come down to the Pledge of Allegiance. They hate it. I pledge to allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, indivisible, one nation under God, right? For liberty and justice for all, man. That's what it's all about. And we're going to hear more of it, right? Because we know with these old lying Ku Klux Klan, hating-ass Democrats and the history of what they did to my people, the history of what they did to this country, they tried to destroy America. But we say, hell no. We're going to shut Abigail Spanberger down by saying no, right? We're going to shut that damn witch down when we're going to shut her down good. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to carry on, and we're going to win this midterms, and we're going to put rightful MAGA, what we call people that are patriotic, that's going to sit in the seat, in the congressional seat, as well as in the Senate. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, man. I enjoy doing this. I love cooking these dams, these old lowdown dams, with the help of Brian Maxwell as well, too. Had to do a reaction on that, too, to show that we ain't lying. And there's many other brothers that's out here, as well as others that's out here, giving these facts and giving the truth, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. You guys have really rocked it out. You guys have stood in, and I know you rock with your boy, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to debate these clowns because there's nothing to debate. All they do is come in here and want to call names and try to get you off your square, but it's not working, right? Right? We got the bigger voice, and we got the ear of the people. They don't. Always remember, man, Uncle Trump have our back. Shout out to Doc Rich, too. You know, some of you, a lot of you guys rock with Doc Rich. You know what I'm saying? Has been putting it down out of here. Hey, listen, man. We are in a better situation under Trump than we ever have been. These clowns for presidents never had the American people back. Thank you for the likes. They never had the American people's backs ever, never. This is why these are your kings right here. 2 of them. Thank you for the likes. These are the kings right here. Trump is not a king. He's our president. As long as we got a constitution, we can never have a king. But these idiots on the left, we know what they're trying to push, ladies and gentlemen. They're getting prepared and getting ready, trying to convince you. They're trying to convince the people that are moderates and people on the right. Some of the right have actually, MAGA, supposed to be MAGA, have already bit that apple. They have turned away from MAGA, right? Thank you for the likes. And like it is, they're a small percentage of people, right? That's why we can't rock with Tucker Carlson from Qatar. It's already coming out more and more about the evidence of this dude, right? What about Megan Tokyo Rose Kelly, right? This is another traitor and a sellout, right? What about Candace Owens, right? What about Alex Jones, right? And Nick Fuentes and all the rest of them, right? What about these people, right? And Marjorie Trader Green. She was the biggest traitor, right? She's a liar, and this is why we don't rock with Trader Green no more. Trump called her Trader Brown. And that's exactly what it is, because she's looking like boo-boo. She's done. She would never be able to get in a congressional seat ever. And when you turn your back on MAGA, you turn your back on this country, and you turn your back on the president when he needs you most, you are garbage, MTG. MTG is trash. We don't rock with you no more, right? And there's many others we don't rock with you, right? Trying to divide MAGA. Anybody following you, go back to your construction business that you got. However you got it, it's questionable, right, at this point. But I thank you guys very much for rocking with your boy, Tony Love, No Diddy, and things like that. I'm going to take a look and see who came up in the room and things and I appreciate you guys overall, man. You know how I do. I've been cooking them, man, and that's what I do best. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always have a live stream. We're going to always talk about the factual stuff. I thought I might have had a mod in this room tonight. It's Friday night, and I get it. Black, you ever see a Red Guy 9? Let me see here. I don't see him. Joe Mama, nope. That's cool. Texas Jane, no. Denise, no. And it's Friday night, and I get it. Everybody out with their family, working or whatever. But it's all good, though, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Joe Mama, I'd like to give a shout-out to Omega as well, too. You know, brother always putting down, bringing on the heat. And he's a moderate, a real moderate, you know? Not like these fake moderates that try to come in my room. Yeah, your blue hearts and all the rest of that stuff is trash, man. Sky Blue, Act Blue, all being, all being investigated. You know, it's just a matter of time. George Soros being investigated. It's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time, you know. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I held my own down. They had to bring their mamas, their aunts, their brothers and sisters in this room, and I filleted them all, man. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, man, they can't handle me at all. At the stuff, the knowledge and the facts that I've been dropping like I always do, man. All they can do is come in here, whine like little babies. It's okay. You little lying coward Democrats, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. You don't like it when I talk about your leader, your massa, Obama, and Biden, your massa? Huh? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Look at this. And nobody give a damn about you voting, anybody for voting blue. He ain't winning. Huh. You vote blue, right? As far as I'm concerned, you don't have a party no more. Your party is trash. Right? Saying you ain't won shit. You ain't run shit. You just hide behind them mean with your coward ass. Get the hell out of here, man, with your coward ass. He got to go back, throw back on, what is this, Star Trek? You got to pull up LeVar Burton out of all the damn mean. Man, look, I'm going to clown this dude. You see this dude right here? Look at LeVar Burton, man. We're going to pull him up and let y'all see him. Look at this dude here. He had to pull up old Star Trek, man. This show been off the air for what? Well over 25 years. Look at this dude here. When did it come out? 1995? Look at this guy here. Man, are you kidding me? Is that the best that you got? See how foolish they are, boy? Oh, I tell you. Thank you for the like. These people, man, right here, man, it ain't even worth doing. But I had to clown this dude. He got Jordy. What did you think you are, Jordy LaForge? LeVar Burton. Oh man, all of the memes. He got to go pull up Star Trek. We already know that he's a Trekkie, right? Oh my goodness, man. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, it's okay. You got a person that's looking like a monkey. He got a monkey avatar. Oh my goodness. Man, look at the monkey, man. Oh my goodness. Ooh, man, look at this. You know, it still helped my algorithms, though, so that you know. He said the baby is so sad over his father. You the one that's sad, though. You got to come up with a monkey avatar. Use the coward. And look at these cowards right here. They got to hide behind memes. You know, whatever goes on the internet is forever. You know what I'm saying? So who you think you're really hiding from? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh man, Democrats support transsexual toddlers. Yeah, because they want to change their genders and all this other stuff. Monkey is a clown, boy. Oh, Monkey. You was a monkey, all right. Well, I'm going to get some bananas for you the next time, Monkey. Monkey needs some bananas. Monkey want a banana? Huh? Does Monkey want a banana? That's about right, though. Simian primate, less intelligence. Yeah, you telling on yourself, that's for sure. I tell you, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. I love trolling the trolls, man. I just love doing it, but they don't have nothing for us. They don't have nothing for us. He said, MAGA is dying. Hold on for a minute. If that was true, why you had to go out here and do these no kings and all this other stuff? Who are you trying to convince? You notice that MAGA don't have to do that because we have the ear of the people. Y'all don't. So that's another lie. I tell you, man, these guys are morons, sick losers, ladies and gentlemen. It's just so fun. Look at him. Look at him crying. Look at all these crybabies. Monkey crying too. Danny crying too. Look at all these crybabies. Right? Look at it. Yeah, I'm going to call you names when you're being stupid. I'm going to call you names. See, the liberals don't like being called names. They could dish it out, but they can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Just like y'all don't have anything, as I said before, y'all don't have anything for Caitlin Bennett. And Caitlin Bennett make the left look foolish too, though, man. She be filleting them up. Y'all ain't got nothing for Caitlin Bennett. You know what I'm saying? And I rock with Caitlin Bennett. You know, that's my sister, right? From another mother. But it's all good, you know? You don't have nothing for Caitlin Bennett. Oh, my goodness. This is just funny, though, man. Look at these people. I'm going to get off here, but I'm going to read the rest of these comments, though, and just sit up here and laugh with the popcorn and everything. Show my friends how stupid and how the clowns they are. You know what I'm saying? I got my points all across. You got a guy that showed up looking like Jordy LaForge. Oh, my goodness, boy. Look at that, boy. I tell you, man. Boy, LeVar, he got over here LeVar Burton. You think LeVar Burton gonna show up looking like LeVar Burton? It's okay, LeVar Burton. It's all right. It's okay. Oh, my goodness. LeVar Burton. Look at LeVar Burton. You know damn well that ain't no LeVar Burton, man. Oh, man. LOL at a desperate-ass Democrats. Yeah, they are, though, man. You're right about that, though, Jason. They some desperate trying to get attention and stuff. They're all upset. I'm over here taking all of them on. It's just myself, man. I'm just been filleting their ass the whole time I've been doing my live streams, man. I done heard it all and seen it all, man. That's all they got. You pedo. Oh, you pedo protector. That's all they got. They just pathetic, man. And that's why I love clowning them. You know that we already know, man. These butt-hurt ass liberal libtards are, they actually make the show when I do the clowning. Thank you for the likes. This is how butthurt. I'm not butthurt, but they are, right? They can't support their position. I've been hitting facts all day. Thank you for the likes. What did they be hitting? Bunch of insults. Bye-bye, MAGA is dying. Bye-bye. That's what the monkey had to say. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ain't that about right? Oh, man. I'm going to have to braid some bananas on and have those as my prop next time, man. You know, thank you for the likes. You know, I had the frog man in here before. What's the deal before I go? What's the deal with the frog suits? When they be having these like rallies and stuff, why they got people dressed up looking like frogs, man? I don't understand this, man. What's with the green frog outfit? What's with the frog suit? You know, in MAGA rallies, we don't do stuff like that. They be out here, you know, man, I tell you, man, and that other loser, though, too, you know, Bruce Springsteen, what a big loser, man. Rotten teeth. Oh, my goodness. Looking like 1,000 miles of bad road, man. Looking so sad. That's why I said we all denounce Bruce Springsteen. Get rid of all those CDs, all those albums and things like that. We ain't, boy, I tell you, we ain't looking for no Bruce Springsteen at all, man. And what's the other one? Jane Fonda, get her out of there, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. What a dumbass, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I like to love trolling these trolls, man. It's all good. Acting like babies. The babies you are, man. Look at this, man. I love the conversation. I love reading this thing. LeVar Burton, if you don't sit down, man, and shut up, man, you already exposed yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? We know that ain't the real LeVar Burton. He over here upset. Look at him, man. You are obsessed. He's overlooking. He can't handle the substance of conversation. He ain't saying nothing. You ain't had no conversation. You ain't been saying nothing but trying to get my attention and trying to attack me. That's what you've been trying to do. You need to keep your eyes fixed and take that sun visor off, man. Here it is right now. The show been off the show for over 25 years. You still ain't got your eyes fixed yet with all that technology. I couldn't understand this, man. He should be walking around here with some synthetic eyes, man. Not no damn visor. I tell you, man, this is just too easy. When you created this meme, boy, I tell you, boy, look at this. When you created that meme, you made yourself a target, man. You know, and I just got to go in on you. Oh, yeah. Mr. Jason says, yeah, Jane Fonda is a traitor twice over. Absolutely. All that shit she tried to do back then, you know, these are traitors, man. That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? Anybody rocking old-ass Jane Fonda. You got all the money from your father, Henry Fonda. You know what I'm saying? You got all that money, right? And you got to get involved with politics. We don't need to listen to no Jane Fonda. We ain't listening to no Bruce Springsteen. We ain't listening to no Tom Hanks. I mean, we sure hell ain't listening to no Robert De Niro. Those guys are crybabies. Robert De Niro is a crybaby too. Bruce Springsteen is a crybaby, as well as Tom Hanks. Get the crying, right? Look at him. It's going to be okay. Thank you for the likes. They over here, boy, I tell you, man. Get the stepping, boy. Ain't that something? It's okay, though. It's okay, Tom Hanks. It's going to be over soon enough. It's going to be over, man. Yeah, F the Pope. We don't rock with Pope Benedict. You know what I'm saying? To stand for Iran, stand for the nuclear capability and all that. We don't rock over here. We don't rock with Pope Benedict. Boy, I tell you, he got a name, don't he? Y'all know Benedict Arnold? Pope Benedict Arnold is what I call him. Pope Benedict. Well, he ain't gonna never be for America anyway. His brother got more sense than he do. You know, his brother is MAGA. He's not. Boy, I tell you, Pope Benedict. Oh, my God. Pope Benedict Arnold. Boy, I tell you. People that come in this room listening to MAGA. Every time I go live, they listen to MAGA. What you talking about? And things. I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about for the other person. Not you, Jason. I'm talking about the other people. They listen to MAGA. They listen. Look at them. They all upset. Let me get on out of here, man. It's been fun for laying there behind at night. And they ain't got nothing for me. Once again, the champion is, who the champion? Tony Love. Once again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your support with MAGA. I appreciate you guys. I got to get out here and make a living. But other than that, I appreciate you guys subscribing, liking, and following me. Share this information with your friends, too. You know, therefore, you guys can sit up and popcorn, watch me go after the trolls and make fun of them and stuff. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So share this with your friends and stuff. Hear me how I roast some of these people. It's just like LeVar Burton. If that is real LeVar Burton, man, I tell you, man, look at that stuff, you know. You still talking like you on Star Trek, man. Come on, brother. Oh my gosh, man. They just love coming in here trying to get my attention. I tell you. But other than that, though, let me get up on out of here, though. Oh, yeah, we got to do the, I got one more thing to do. Where's my thing at with Mr. Ralph? Mr. Ralph, boy, I got to do that's my sponsor, man. I told him I'm going to be doing it afterwards. Mr. Ralph, there we go. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and remove this here. Get used to this. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, definitely get used to this one. The DMs are upset. Look at you, boy. Look at that, boy. Obama been lying. Who you been lying to, Obama? The American people in the world with your old turncoat, sellout, no good old Muslim Brotherhood, Muslim fake Christian ass, man. You don't get out of here, boy. Look at this. Boy, look at this. Oh, yeah, this was one of my favorites, man. That's why I keep this one. This was created by yours truly, Donald Trump, President Donald J. Trump. Look at that, boy. He knows what's coming. And Obama does, too. He knows that the silver bracelet is coming. Boy, look at that. Vast in it. Boy, I just love it, though. Don't y'all, too, man. And the Dems are crying, though, boy. All right, so let's go ahead with the moment of our sponsor. So if you are a content creator, right, and you try to get your struggling content off the ground, thank you for the likes. We have what we call here daily YouTube and Instagram X grow your followers. Get in contact with Mr. Ralph. And a lot of you out there on the right that rock with MAGA, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get in contact with Mr. Ralph. Mr. Ralph is a MAGA supporter. Thank you for the likes. And there's his email right here. All you got to do is reach out to Mr. Ralph, and he's going to get your thing together, like he got me together, He's going to work on your shorts. He's going to give you direction. He's going to go over with you with a script and everything, kind of actually a flow chart telling you how it is, you know what I'm saying? He got me together, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to get you together as well, too. Be sure to check out my merch store, I got the coffee cup mugs up there. And there's going to be many more stuff. Some of you guys are actually members, premium service. You guys going to get a big kid discount on the merch. I'm going to set that up. And then I'm going to set up the avatars where you have cool avatars when you come in the room. And I'll be able to point you out, though, to people that are membership subscribers, though. And I appreciate you guys, though, And we're going to be doing some other things. We'll be for members only. I'm going to be doing special things with members only when we go behind the scenes. We're going to be looking at these movies. We're going to be breaking them down, just like Civil War. We're going to go over that stuff where it will be uninterrupted. We won't have any of the left crying, lying, and so forth, libtards trying to come in there and crash it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you're going to be getting when you become a member. You know what I'm saying? So you won't have to hear this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that a beautiful thing? It's okay. LeVar Burton and your merry men, it's okay. Or women. It's okay. It's okay. But other than that, though, be sure to reach out to Mr. Ralph. There's his email right here. And other than that, you guys go and share this information. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart, though. That MAGA supporters, we are MAGA. And we are not stopping. We're going to continuously grow and win the midterms. And we're going to push a lot of these libtards, man. Ain't no telling where they're going to be. They're going to be in the worst way. They absolutely think that they're going to get this national popular vote compact. They're going to actually think they can push this and redistrict. It's not going to happen. It's all unconstitutional, LeVar Burton. Look up the Constitution, LeVar Burton, and go tell your party that. Make some sense. Put some sense into your party. You know what I'm saying? And get your eyes fixed, too. I'm tired of looking at that visor. Get your eyes fixed, man. You need to get those eyes fixed, LeVar Burton. That's say, boy. Ah, man, this is just so funny. You say, where's the debate? You don't have any. You don't have any. Only thing you can debate is about crying. That's what your debate is. Stop crying. You have lost. Your party have lost. Just give up. All right, so other than that, let me go ahead and get on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I had fun trolling the trolls, and LeVar Burton made my show tonight, though, you know. It really has, man. So other than that, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do the Star Spangled Banner. That's sung by that beautiful person, you know, once again. It's been performed by who? Boy, I tell you, man, Ashley LaRue. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up. But I want to do a reaction somewhat to this. We're going to play that Star Spangled Banner. And LeVar Burton and the rest of you libs on the left, get up off your behind and pledge allegiance to the United States of America. That's what you better do, you know what I'm saying, if you live in America. And some of you, I don't even think you live in America, but we're going to play the Star Spangled Banner, though, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and hit it. All right, here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant